There's this book in the Bible called Judges, and it tells some pretty crazy stories. It always starts with Israel failing and God punishing them by sending some other country to come and oppress them. The heroes of the story, or the judges, are usually just as bad as the villains. So it's easy to think, what am I supposed to do with these stories? Why are they in the Bible? Well, hopefully we can help you out with that.
There's this really strange story about this guy named Ehud, who is one of the judges that God picks to deliver Israel from the evil rule of the Moabites. Now, Ehud wasn't a judge like what you're probably thinking. The judges in the Bible were warriors who God used to protect his people from foreign rule before they had a king. The Moabites had a king, and his name was King Eglon, and he was fat. He made the lives of the Israelites very hard.
But more importantly, Israel knew that they were God's chosen people. And as long as they were ruled by a wicked king, then God's promises weren't going to come true through them. Promises like blessing the whole world through them.
So Ehud came up with a plan. He was left-handed, so he strapped a knife to his right leg. And he brought a gift to King Eglon. The guards didn't find his knife because being left-handed was rare, so they didn't check his right leg.
Hello, King Eglon. Hey, random peasant. I have a gift for you.
Ooh, Buffalo Wild Wings, my favorite.
Yes, and I also have a secret.
Ooh, secrets. I love secrets.
It's a message from God.
Eglon died.
The story makes a point to say that King Eglon pooped, and also that he was so fat that the knife was completely engulfed by him.
His servants didn't know he was dead for hours because they could smell the poop and they didn't want to interrupt his business. Meanwhile, Ehud escaped and led Israelites to kill 10,000 Moabites, freeing them from their rule. After that, Israel had peace for 80 years, the longest period of peace in the time of the judges.
So what's the point of this story? Let's start with what it's not telling us. It's not okay to assassinate people. It's also not okay to lie to someone so that you can be alone with them so that you can assassinate them. And also, it's not okay to kill 10,000 Moabites. Let's just say it shouldn't be your goal to be more like Ehud.
Hey, man.
Now let's talk about the two truths that we get from this story. The first truth is that God uses someone unexpected. Ehud was the last person anyone would have expected, mainly because he was left-handed. And people looked down on left-handed people in that culture. Not only that, but because of the thing that made Ehud different, Ehud was perfect for the job that God gave him. No matter who you are or how you are different, God has a job for you that you are perfect for. Hopefully, not a killer king. The second truth is that it matters who your leader is. Because Ehud followed what God said and he removed King Eglon as the leader of Israel, he changed the story of an entire generation. Again, hopefully that doesn't mean that you guys should go out and assassinate anyone, but maybe it does mean that you need to think about who your leader is. And if he's not leading you closer to Jesus, maybe you should think about whether he should be your leader at all. That's all we have for you today. Here are the readings for this week that we'll talk about at small group. We'll see you on Sunday.